Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Still Talking Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Smith. Thank you guys for tuning in. With me, as always, Brenner, Max, my co-host.
What's happening, guys?
Thank you guys for tuning in. We just kind of wanted to touch base. I know we didn't release a podcast last week, but we had the PF4 going on and everything kind of happening. So,
Such a great experience.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. Shout out to everybody involved.
Everybody.
In that.
What is today? It's Wednesday.
yeah, we're going to give them a big shout out. So.
Still stoked. You know what I mean? Like, I had to, every time I go to work, I have to keep myself from, like, when someone walks by, I'm like, you want to see this?
Yeah. Look at this fight eye.
Was he something awesome?
Look at the shots. And then, like, I'll show people, and they're like, yeah, that's a fight. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. You see how close I am to the cage? And then you see this picture where I'm in the cage.
You know what I thought was really cool? That was actually a pay-per-view thing.
Yeah.
Like, they were recording. So I tell people that, too. And like, which I don't know how much the pay-per-view for it was, but I definitely tell people, hey, like, this was on TV. Like, this is pay-per-view. I'm ringside.
Well, and I don't think you were there at the point yet, but like we were talking to the announcers, and we said that too. We were just kind of like, "Hey, how do you want us to get you in this, that, and the other?" And because of that kind of precedence, like they were gonna be on live. They were talking. I don't know if you remember it, but they were like, "Well, we're gonna talk about this, and then you can shoot us." And they gave us like this whole diagram, and me and Nathan were walking away, and I was like, "I think that they think that we were way more professional than what we were. Like, I think that they think that we're with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know,
We are professional.
well,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean."
But that was
Yeah.
our first event. That being said, that was our first time, and we had a great time, great experience.
What was your guys' favorite part?
So me, I don't know, like Max, then well, actually, I mean, you got on the mat, obviously, at the end of the fights and stuff. But me and Nathan went live with nobody else in the mat.
Yeah.
It was just us. And I got in before Nathan did. I dropped my shoes off and went in, and as soon as both feet got on the mat, I turned around to Nathan, and I was like, you just instantly feel powerful. Like, when you get
You
on.
instantly feel like you're like, I'll drop somebody.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where everybody's looking at me and I'm still trying to be professional, so I literally had to fight the urge to, like, bounce around the cage.
Yeah, I did too.
You know?
Shout out to the plethora of fighters who had their first fight.
Yeah, there was a
some
handful of
debuts
them.
for sure, man.
That was really cool.
And
like,
everybody came out swinging. Everybody
every fight was a good fight.
Yes.
My favorite part of it, I think, was Anthony Sutterfield coming out to "Son of Man"
Oh,
by
yeah.
Phil Collins.
Oh, bro, that
Off the
got
Tarzan
me good.
soundtrack.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was
great
the best.
Absolutely.
That
People
was
were
the
out there
second
banging
Phil
some
Collins
real
song.
shit. Yeah.
Really- yeah.
Someone else played Coming in the Air Tonight.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
air tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the air.
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't you know.
I also really liked
Every dad everywhere hitting that fucking
Marcus
joke.
Williams. Isn't that his name? Was that his name?
The fighter?
Yeah, Marcus Williams.
Yeah, Williamson. He came out to The Box by Roddy Ricch. I really like that song.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those are my favorite moments.
Who came out to DMX?
Oh,
Was it one of the girls?
Might have been. I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Or, sorry, women.
I thought it was Rico, but he came out to Dear Mama.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Just give you guys a rundown. The first fight at 185, Andrew Horowitz won. Second fight at 145, Marcus Williamson won.
Oh, real quick. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off. But
Oh, go ahead.
if you haven't seen our link to the YouTube
Definitely
for the
go check that
PF4,
out.
I don't know why you're listening to this. You need
Go
to go
back
do
a couple
that,
videos.
and then you need to come see us. So what we're talking about, you'll know what's happening.
Yeah, because Nate put together a really good video.
Absolutely, Nate. Absolutely, he
He
did
put
a
a
great
lot of
job.
work into that, a lot of time.
So go back to your weights. My bad. Go
I
back.
did. It was 19 hours of
Yeah.
fucking solid work. But Marcus Williamson got the dub at 145. Our friend Aaron Sutterfield at 165.
Aaron,
Shout out all the Backwood boys
that for sure.
and OTC.
Dawson Akins at 140.
That was a good fight.
Caleb McCulley won at 145. By submission, rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Not a lot of decisions though. So it was a really good card.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Mercado, he won against. Oh well, we're not gonna say it again. He won at 125. Shout out to him though, man. I was talking to him. I was like, couple more, wins like that, bro. You might be fighting for a title.
Who are you talking about? I'm sorry, Marco.
Oh, Ricardo Lee. Or no, not Ricardo. Jose Mercado. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, and I don't know if we talked about it that much, but Jaden Webb's chokeout
Oh, dude was
when he
beautiful.
fell back on that motherfucker, that was textbook, my guy.
Yeah,
I
it
mean, he
was.
literally, it was almost like he was demonstrating to the crowd. He was like, so what you're going to want to do is slip your arm here and then fall back. And I mean,
Dude, it was really good because he snuck the punch underneath his fucking armpit and like popped his head up, and as soon as he did, he slipped it. Hometown hero Cody Beck won.
Yeah, that was a great fight. That was a great fight for Cody Beck.
He fought at heavyweight.
He looked good.
Super nice guy too. A lot of these
Yeah.
fight, I don't want to just signal out one guy. Everybody's like that, and I do this, and I feel like I'm not giving props to everybody, but Cody Beck, super nice guy. Great. I mean, like for someone who's that much of a beast in the ring,
Yeah.
to then come out and be like, "Hey, what's up? How are you doing?"
He's a
You know,
really
like-
down to earth kind of
Yeah,
For
he
sure.
really is.
For sure.
And like you know, say like we all met Cody's family. Shout out to them.
Well, and like your wife's
they're all really cool. They're
They are
down to
really.
earth
We,
kind
yo,
of
we
people.
met
like
him
your
at Boogie's afterwards.
woman's a groomer, you know, with dogs
Yeah.
and stuff, and my woman's a groomer, and I'm talking to him at Boogie's, who is sponsored by Shout Out Boogie's. He was like, you know, I grind, I got a job 9 to 5. I said, what do you do? He's like, I manage pup cakes,
Yeah.
fat bottom girls pup
He
cakes.
used to
down
work.
south. And I was like, that's my shit.
He used to
dude.
work
Yeah.
with Kylie at.
Yeah, he used to work at the dog groomer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out Barking Beauties.
Barking
Yep.
Beauties.
All right, and at 170, Tyler Stewart beat
Mm-hmm.
Obed Adorum. He's actually got a really good record. He's sitting at 6-2.
That was a good showing for him too. There's a lot of respect in that fight. I really loved how they interacted.
I'm sorry,
afterwards.
say it. Who was that again?
Tyler Stewart and Obed Adorum.
That was the guy. The Obed. His nickname was the Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I remember that. I thought that was like a really cool nickname. I don't know if that's just the geek side of me.
Donovan Beard, he won. He's the
Shout out
champion now.
Don
He
Don.
won him a title.
Shout out Don's grandma.
Yeah,
was
she
going
tried to get
nuts
in the
next
ring.
stage, yeah.
Don, bro, that kid.
I loved it though. I loved
The-
all the support, man. That he,
And I
yeah,
say kid, I'm sorry, that's not.
he's like older than us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do that with a lot of
It's a
people.
grown man.
No, yeah, no disrespect. I'm sorry. The legs on that
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, like you catch a kick in the wrong way from him, you might never be getting back
He was
up.
throwing some
Whew.
really, really sharp combinations. That was a really great fight for him. Man.
And again, I really shout out to the speech that he gave. I know Nathan really liked that. Shout out to the
Yeah,
speech
yeah.
that he gave at the end.
We're gonna be doing a promo for him. I'm gonna put that in.
Yeah.
there. He
Yeah.
gave yeah.
I mean, like again,
Inspiration.
and that for sure, man. I like how he said it because there's a lot of people that do that shit where it's like pressure makes diamonds, and
It's
that don't
corny as
that
fuck.
don't work for everybody.
He was genuine.
You ain't gotta you don't gotta go 100 miles an hour, but as long as you don't stop, you keep getting it. You know what I
I
mean?
really like that part.
What did
Absolutely.
Martin Luther King say? If you can't fly, you run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But you just can't stop.
You can't
Yeah.
stop. Absolutely.
It might have been someone else who said that.
He
but I
brought
think
home a
it was
title, well deserved. He's a hometown guy too. Shout out Donovan. I said hometown hero for Cody. He's a hometown hero, man. He brought
Yeah.
home a title to OTC.
That's another man. I think everybody hometown, everybody from Hot Springs won that.
all the
fight, didn't
OTC guys.
Everyone
won.
from OTC won. Shout
I
out
was
to
talking
them.
to my aunt about that because she was like, God, this is kind of brutal. Like watching this stuff.
Like shout out to all the fighters though, but just real quick, that does kind of say something about the level of training and like what's going on here in Hot Springs. We have a like 5-0,
No, and that's the commitment. That's what I was saying.
and
like,
if
that's-
Chauncey would have fought, it would have easily been
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah.
shout out Chauncey, he got
Shout out
stole.
Chauncey,
He got
yeah.
stole.
I was really looking forward to seeing you fight.
For
champ.
sure, he got stole, man. My guy. But that's what I was telling my aunt. I was like, man, here in Hot Springs, I didn't realize it. You talk the wrong shit. Fuck the guns. You might be getting killed by somebody's bare hands out here, man. These boys can fight. Like,
They really can. Shout out to
They're
them.
definitely putting on.
Yeah, and I didn't say that about Zach Horowitz either, man. He's from here too. I forgot to shout him out. He's from here. Let me see if I missed anybody. Caleb McCulley, he's from here.
Yeah.
Shout out to
All the
him.
guys from OTC.
Yeah, all the guys from OTC are from here.
and where is that? Gym
No, I think
at? Shout that out. You know where it's?
It's
like-
the old
the old
play-by-play.
play-by-play.
Okay, I know exactly what. Okay, yeah.
Everybody should know where play-by-play is, or you didn't have a childhood.
Bro, I
Sorry.
tell you what, and I used to go back to Michigan and tell people about that place.
That
I'd be like,
play-by-play was
I'd be like,
legit.
bro, y'all can talk shit about Hot Springs, but they got the play-by-play.
That play-by-play was legit, bro.
Just
Until
to
I went there as
finish-
an adult, and then it wasn't. And it was like, wow, this is.
Just to finish out the card, Annette Nichols won. She brought home a title.
Mhm.
Jaden Webb defended his title successfully.
Shout out Jaden.
I want to shout
Yeah,
the
hood
girl.
rat.
No, I want to shout the women out real quick because I did.
yeah.
I was disrespectful. They did their first round where they grappled a lot, and I said that in my mind. I was like, all right, well, here's the wrestling match. The women are out. Second round came in and whack.
Dude, and it was-
That was the only fight I think that
2,
went
3, 4,
decision.
and 5 all round. Like the last
Yeah.
4 rounds were straight, staying in the middle and banging it out.
Well,
No,
and there's like
fuck
not
it.
a lot. Like when you're trying to talk to someone real quick, there's not a lot. Like you can't tell them everything.
Yeah.
I think almost everyone that I've talked about, I've been like, and there was one women's fight, and they got that shit.
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah.
Didn't Donovan's fight and didn't they go all 5 rounds? When that
Yeah,
was it?
Donovan went
I
all
think that
5
was the only 2 fights, and they were back to back. There were 2 championship
No,
fights,
there
5
was-
rounds.
I think there was 4.
that went all 5.
Yeah, there was 4 total. Yeah, that went to decision.
By that 5th round, man, those girls.
Donovan
you
was
could
a,
see-
a unanimous
And
decision.
just
Yeah,
real
that
quick,
was a
because
split decision
I've
with
been
women.
fuzzy back and forth all the time. How many fights did it end up being after people dropped?
12.
12. Okay, that's
2
what
fights
yeah.
dropped.
Okay.
And then Ashton Kirby for the main event, which was supposed to be Chauncey. Shout out, man. Sucks for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude got no call,
no
no,
call, no
show,
show.
to a
Like-
fight. I heard he's getting suspended from the league.
No,
so-
and I mean,
but-
like, I don't.
yeah,
I mean,
no.
I don't know the guy personally, and fuck me if there was some real stuff going on with him. But like, if you just
Yeah.
blew someone off, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
People are in the
But-
amateur leagues. People are taking time out of their real life to do this.
But Chauncey's a pro.
yeah.
Chauncey's,
Oh,
Chauncey's
well-
a pro. He's considered a pro fighter.
But still, I bet you any
I
dollars
think, right?
to
Isn't-
donuts. He
isn't
moves
Chauncey-
shit around.
Oh yeah, he's a pro.
He
Yeah.
moves shit around to try to do that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
life doesn't just stop. You know?
Yeah, and
He,
shout
uh,
out Ashton because Ashton Kirby and Anthony Sutterfield stepped up really. They put on a really good main event. I thought.
Oh yeah,
It
absolutely.
was a good fight.
Ashton, they were going for a vacant title belt, and Ashton brought home his 4th title. He's moved up to
Mm-hmm.
9-1.
Man.
4 titles simultaneously, man.
Yeah,
That's,
he's
and he's finna vacate one. And I asked him in an interview. I was like, if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Yeah.
yeah, go watch
I
the
asked
Ashton
him-
Kirby, man. Absolutely.
I asked him in an interview. I don't know if you guys saw it. I was like, why? Or no, I asked him before the interview. That's what it was. He was like, I'm finna vacate a title. And I was like, why would you vacate a title? And he was like, because I beat everybody, so I'm gonna move up a weight class and try
Yeah.
to win that title.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
it was like
Shout out, how
flyweight.
much? 19?
Yeah,
19 years old. That he can't wear all the belts that he has.
That's what I was saying. Like, he can even
That
wear all
is
these belts. This
fucking
is-
drive. And then we're gonna go back to again because I wasn't there for it, but then when I saw the interview, I saw what you kept talking about. This is more of a shout out to his dad than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Been grooming him
Oh
Big
yeah.
to be a fucking champ. He gives press ready answers, which y'all can tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about or anything like that. We were just talking about this.
That kid's press ready.
Anybody who wants to be an athlete or anything like that, y'all need to learn how to market yourself. You need to learn how to sell yourself.
Yep.
Ashton is calm. He's got good answers. For 19, I'm impressed.
He carries
Yeah.
himself really
I'm
well.
impressed.
too.
You could
He's
tell-
really
And I'm
humble.
sure that's a lot of rub off from his dad, who's a pro.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great salesman.
Shout out to him. We heard a little backstory about apparently one time when he was fighting, he was like had this dude in the corner and was like beating his ass, and he stops, looks directly in the camera of the lady that was filming that we talked to, and he's like, "Sup, how you doing?" And then it goes back.
Yeah.
I'm going to be out this ring to get those digits.
I've actually watched a
Whack,
few,
whack.
and Nathan actually shared in our group chat where Ashton's dad, isn't his name Nathan?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name's
Nathan
too.
Kirby. He posted an inspirational video. It was only like 40
Yeah.
seconds long.
No,
but
that
it
was good,
really
too.
good. I went and watched a couple other
Actually,
videos.
that's
he
funny
posted.
that you say that. I forgot about that. I was fighting with my baby mama at my dad's house, and then you sent me the link to it, and I watched it, and I was like,
There's a marriage one
I'm
too.
fighting over nothing with her right now. That's exactly. I was like, I'm fighting with her over nothing right now. When we could be moving forward, I'm eating past shit. And I went to her, and I was like, my bad. My
Just a
bad.
shout out. If you're struggling in your relationship, I suggest you go look up Nathan Kirby's motivational page on YouTube and check out his marriage clip, man. It's
Man,
a really
check
good.
out a bunch of their stuff. They've got a
Yeah,
Family
check
Feud
it, yeah.
clip where even
Yeah, yeah,
what Steve Harvey on their Family Feud clip said that's the best demonstration I've ever seen on this show.
Yeah, it's really, really
Verbatim.
cool
Yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah.
Go check it out. Just check out Kirby Family Interview, and it'll be the second one.
And
I'm sorry, Kirby Family Feud. Kirby Family Feud. Yeah.
And I feel like shit that I don't know this off the top of my head. Sorry. What's the name of their gym?
Rock City.
Rock City MMA.
Shout out Rock City MMA.
Oh yeah, just real quick, we'll go over. If you guys haven't seen the PF4 video, like we said, go check it
Go
out.
check it
I don't
out.
know
for
what's wrong
sure.
with you.
Yeah. At this
Special-
point, to even support us.
Yeah. Special shout out to Peak Fighting, 501 Fight Club, Backwoods MMA, Rock City MMA, OTC MMA, and then shout out to the commissioner, Arkansas State Athletics Commissioner John Webb.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, he
Super
was.
inviting on
Everyone
everything.
there was
Commish was
so
awesome.
nice.
Not a lot of people that you can meet that are like a nice guy and then can also take a joke pretty well. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
And can also like put you on your head.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, right.
can destroy you. Yeah.
Both of
Yeah.
his kids are fighting. Apparently, his daughter was there taking pictures. Apparently, she can fight too.
Oh yeah.
Jaden's got the belt.
But shout out John Webb, the commissioner. Shout out Nathan Kirby for giving us the opportunity, kind of pushing us into this, Shout out Rocky Demir. I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce your last name. I was trying.
Yeah.
Nathan Kirby, again, another shout out. You're the first dad on the podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Besides us, first dad to come on with his son.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Yeah, it really was.
like I
Super
said,
down to
he's,
earth.
he's making sure he's on the right path. You know
No,
what I mean?
exactly.
You
Yeah.
can tell that he doesn't have his hands too much in the pie, but he's giving his son the tools he needs to be successful, and he's taking them.
I
And
commend
they're
him.
no, they're close too. And I don't want to like make this like you know.
Oh, yeah,
This
no.
is totally a positive thing.
Yeah.
But that his boy, once he won that title at PF4, he turned around and he fucking cried into his
Yeah.
dad's arms.
Yeah.
Super
It was-
excited,
it-
super motivated. Like they're super close. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool to watch.
Really, really cool. Shout out to them.
That was
Shout
a
out to
special
C
moment.
Mallard Media. She ran the stream service and all that stuff. They were really cool. They let us like hook up to their stuff and invade their privacy and get all up in their booth and
Yeah, and they didn't have to do that
What's
for
our
us.
girl's name that was taking the pictures?
Yeah, that she's next. She's on
Okay.
the
Yeah.
box. Yeah.
I'm always Russian. Look at me.
Yeah, and then the ref rocking me. So you
The
guys.
ref, super cool guy too. Sorry.
Yeah, super
super cool guy.
He
Love
didn't
to
shout
have
out.
him
What
on.
was her name? Daisy.
Well, that's what she's doing. I'm
Doing it
interrupting
next.
over and over again.
Yeah. We're doing promos, you guys. If anyone needs any kind of video work done, we're doing it pretty cheap. Just trying to get our startup off the ground. You know, if anyone needs, anything, kind of music
Photography,
videos,
music,
photography,
you know.
videography.
Some life advice, man. We've been through it all. Like
It's probably going to be the cheapest you're going to be able to find. We're trying to get experience. You know what I mean? And it's. I'm finna buy a new camera and stuff like that. We just got new cameras, so we're still
Yeah.
we're working on it, man.
Trying to get
We're making it
ourselves
come up though.
moving. invest in
shout out to
ourselves.
Nathan Smith right here, because I mean, we're working and we're here. We spend time, but Nathan's putting in the money.
Yeah.
He's setting us up. We got a fucking TV in here.
Oh yeah, I'm
We're
sure
about
you
to
guys
start
can see that
breaking
in the
down shit.
top left-hand corner. We got our new 55-inch TV.
We're
for
gonna
the
start calling
studio.
Nathan Daddy Warbucks. That's
Yeah.
He's money bags, baby.
He's put this whole thing on his back.
I've invested in our future. You know what I mean?
No,
And-
yeah.
No,
And
for
I've
sure.
said it before, like when I started believing in myself and I started investing in myself, like
Other people start.
it's the good things started happening. You know what I mean?
And that
it's
shows
really
to
awesome.
to these fighters too, as well. Like we believe in y'all a lot
Absolutely,
too. So
dude.
Yeah.
we're
The
trying to
opportunity.
spend this money so that y'all can come into a good studio. We can represent you well.
Yeah.
You know,
I told everyone the truth too. I'm like, man, we started small and then just we bought piece by piece. Our studio is what it is because we
Constantly growing.
piece
too.
by piece, man, just trying to improve every day.
Yeah.
But
so photography, promos, anything like that, music done. We're gonna put you on anything you need, man. You want merchandise made? What's up?
Yeah, and still be on the lookout for that Weird Beard merch. Don't forget about
Weird
that.
Beard merch is coming.
Yeah. Weird
we're
Beard
coming.
merch is
We're
gonna
working
come
on it.
out.
We just got caught up with the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some Weird Beard gloves.
Brenner, you're up.
With
Yeah, with the-
yeah,
with
okay,
the
my
motion.
bad. And I keep talking over you. My dad. Every time I see my dad, he's like, "Y'all need to work on talking over each other." Shout out to Paul Smith, who's been in the radio game for fucking 20 years. That's my guy.
Shout out.
My baby mama, Brittany Harvey, she's made a Facebook page. She's got a lot of experience with animals. She's done a lot of housekeeping and stuff like that. She's really just looking for work on odds and ends. If y'all need somebody to bathe dogs, watch dogs, house sit, clean house, anything like that, go to her page. It's We Speak Dogs is what she's got right now. I think she's kind of working on that name a little bit. So, I'll keep you posted on that. But, if y'all need something done, let me know, man. Inbox me or...
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're having trouble finding her page, you can always find her through Brenner's Facebook. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
or
yeah.
or if you just want to email like me or anybody.
Anybody,
like,
yeah. Listen, these right here, this is the family. You
I'm
know what I
always
mean?
down to
This is the
talk
family.
too.
If
So
you
if
just
you just
hit-
need a friend,
Yeah. I'm super fucking
I'm
lonely.
super flexible.
But yeah, you could just hit one of us up if you need to get a hold of her. We can all set that up. It'd be no big deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout
And I
out to
appreciate the love. Sorry. I
Oh,
appreciate
yeah, dude, no problem,
Anybody
man.
that goes to the page, likes it, shares it, anything like that, it's nothing but love. I thank
Yeah.
you.
Appreciate it.
we're all about local promotion. You know what I mean? All about it.
Ain't nobody gonna put you on in Arkansas besides Arkansas. I can promise you that.
Amen. Shout out to Daisy Murray. She
Yeah.
does photography. We met her at the
And-
fights.
And she blew me
She was
out too.
awesome.
She came in there trying to act like she was some rookie, this, that, and the other, and she dropped those pictures, and they're fucking
She's
gorgeous.
a fucking
Yeah.
professional.
They're
I was like,
gorgeous,
"Yeah,
man."
She don't know what she's doing. She was like, oh no. Like,
And then I was talking to Brittany about that. I was like, she was super humble. She was telling us that if she's in our way, push her out of the way. And now I'm seeing her pictures, and I'm like, you should have
She's
been
actually
shucking
prof-
us.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like shit. She like straight flexed on us. I hit her
She-
page and was like, damn.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I felt like she connected with Nate too, because Nate's that guy. He ain't afraid to walk up to you and tell you that we're following our. He says all the time, he says, it sounds corny, but we're following our dreams. We're
Yeah.
getting it, and that's exactly what she'll tell you. She's doing the same thing. You
Yeah, that's
she's-
awesome.
Well, because when we saw the people with that other people with media, I was like, hey, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I approached everyone and was like, we'd never done it before, so I just started asking
and
people questions.
Do you remember the girl's name? There was a girl that was kind of on her own, had a camera. I'm not gonna lie, she was
Yeah.
good looking.
Yeah, yeah, she had
She-
the dude with her that was in the yellow flannel.
You remember we
Yeah.
talked? We went
Yeah,
up and
there's-
talked to her.
there-
We were like, "What are you doing here?" And she was like,
Oh.
"I am literally only here because I'm the one that owns a camera in my company."
Yeah,
Same
it was,
thing, you know. Like if you need any questions, like everybody was.
Yeah, there was
super-
two of them.
yeah.
It was the
I can't
dude,
remember
the girl.
what it was, but like I can't remember what she was saying.
I'm just trying to shout out anybody that I
Yeah,
can.
she
So yeah.
she was doing.
I only made small.
She
talk
had a
with her.
VIP table, so it was.
Yeah, no,
like,
she,
I
well,
don't
and it was
know.
for her company and stuff. So let me tell you, if you're listening to this,
Shout
drop who you are in the
we'll
comments.
give
we
you
will
a
give
full
you a
shout
late shout out later. Absolutely.
For sure.
that shit, but
Also, since we're shouting out just kind of random stuff that we got going right now, Brenner found Chad.
oh my god,
Brenner
yes, I was gonna
found
bring
Chad.
that up.
Yes.
Chad.
We're gonna be
I'm
getting
excited.
him in the interview
Super cool guy too.
in the studio for,
For anybody that doesn't know, that doesn't live in Hot Springs, 'cause I know we got a lot of new members lately.
Yeah.
Chad is a viral sensation in Hot Springs that he rollerblades everywhere in town. And one time he like delayed traffic. He was rolling in the middle of the street and it was like went
But
viral.
he's got more than that going.
no,
That-
and
that
he's
was
just
our
he's
thing.
like
We're trying
such
to
a
get him
nice
on here to
guy. And
promote his other stuff. And that's and I hope you're listening to me right now, Chad, because this is a learning experience for you. When I first texted him, he was texting me like an asshole. He was texting me like one
Yeah.
word responses, and me and Nathan were like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to be on the podcast. And then he called me today, and he was like, no, I need to get on your. And I was like, absolutely. Like,
yeah, no,
we-
yeah,
Well,
for sure.
I think that he might have talked to the other guy that I was having hit him up. Might have got a hold of him because I gave him the whole rundown. I was like, dude, I don't want to.
No, we weren't trying to
make
poke
fun
fun
of
of
you.
him,
We're not
no.
trying to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
It's-
like, I thought it was cool.
Mhm.
And when we saw the news interview, I was like, fuck, dude, they got it. You know what I mean? And then when I watched the video,
They
they
cut
didn't
him
give him.
off.
Yeah, they didn't give him time to talk about anything or really. You know what I mean?
And
They
that's
just
just-
wanted the story. The
He's
face
done
story.
he's done a lot of
Yeah.
stuff before this too. I'm not going to go into it until we talk to him because I don't want to misrepresent him on anything.
Right.
Yeah.
But he is in a point right now where he's got a lot of ideas. I talked to him today while at work. He does have a lot of like ideas. He's got some stuff going.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be known as just the rollerblading guy. Like,
Yeah.
and
That's what I'm saying.
and
This is
that's
the-
where he's at. Like,
This is the platform for it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no,
He
we
has
definitely
come
got
on and speak his
definitely a
mind.
good platform for him to come in and introduce
We're so
himself.
progressive, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Mhm.
hey, whatever it needs to be talked about. let's
I
talk
do
about.
still want to go on a rollerblading.
Oh
yeah, I know he doesn't want to be known for a rollerblader, but we are going to rollerblade.
Yeah,
We're gonna rollerblade with him, right? Like,
Yeah.
All right, we're
As
gonna
a
try to set
pack.
that up.
Max, like, I'm out.
Shout out to Alex Seward. Go check out his page, Backwood Creations.
yeah.
Or
bro,
no, I'm sorry, Backroad Creations. I apologize. Backroad Creations.
He did a piece for us for our podcast. We got to hang it, find somewhere to hang it where it's in view. But it
I would already have it hung, except for
looks pretty heavy.
it
though.
has to be plugged in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm
We
gonna
have to
have
be
to
able to
like
do that.
rig it up with an extension cord, and I'm gonna have to run it. You
It's,
know,
super dope though. It's really.
But yeah,
cool.
we showed it on the Alex Seward interview. If you guys haven't seen it,
Yeah,
go
I
check
held
that
it
bad
up,
boy
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But most definitely, shout out to Alex Seward and his page. If you got, I mean, dope art. So if you guys want some like really cool original stuff, he did our microphone and like still talking. So it was pretty cool. Our whole logo. You guys be ready for? I have Jaden Webb scheduled to be in here on February 1st. And we're going to do an interview. He's the current 125 champion. I mean, the kid's just a champ. He's totally cool.
Yeah,
I've
dude.
been talking to him a lot. He's a super nice guy. His dad is actually John Webb, the commissioner.
Mhm.
And they own 501 Fight Club.
So like the ring girl and then the girl that was doing all the pictures for like peak fighting, those are his sisters.
I think so. I think those are the commissioners.
They look.
children.
Those two girls look like sisters at least.
Yeah, I think that was what it was. Because he introduced us to one of them and was like, hey, because she
I
had.
don't know though. I think that they just look alike. I think he's only got one daughter. It's the
I
girl
don't
that was
know.
taking the pictures. But
I just know he introduced us to the one that was taking the pictures because he was like, because basically he didn't want us getting in each other's way because she was doing her own kind of
Yeah.
film. So yeah, we were
That's,
just. he
yeah, that's
introduced
cool.
us.
That's true.
But shout out to him, man. Jaden's. It's gonna be the interview of champions, man. We're bringing in Jaden Webb, the current 125 champion. Bringing in Avery These Hands Wilson.
These
These
hands. Love that
hands.
name. Also love the fact that like we are just as excited to get Jaden on here as Jaden is excited to be
Oh, dude, yeah.
on this show. Like I love his enthusiasm.
I
He's
was
I
like-
fucking
really-
love podcasts.
I
Absolutely.
was like, dude, I'm so sorry for blowing you up. I was like, I just get so excited when I talk about all these ideas and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, dude, I'm getting excited too. I love podcasts. And I was like, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna
I'm
be a
super
great
hyped.
time. I can't wait.
I
And
can't
then
wait to
bring-
get Avery in here, dude. Avery was one of my favorites. Like when
Oh,
he,
and
he-
apologies, my guy, because we totally
Yeah.
blew him off at the thing. He just kind of, we were taking pictures of people, and he kind of came up out of nowhere and was like, "Get a picture of me," and then as we walked away, someone was like, "You know, that's the heavyweight number one." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Well,
shit."
see, what it was is we had people like trying to get pictures all day, and they were like, I'm a fighter, but they have like a
Yeah.
0-0 record, and
They've
they
been
don't
fighting at
have
the
a
gym.
fight book.
Which,
what I mean?
it's not like
Which
we won't promote them too,
Exactly, but it's like
yeah.
there's a time
We
and a
weren't
place for that.
fighting-
Not while all these
they
people
were
are trying to
approaching me
fight.
while I was taking pictures of the real fighters, and I was like, this dude's not on the card. And then I was like, when's your next fight? And they were like, oh, I don't have any scheduled, and they've never had a fight.
It's like-
0-0 with no fight scheduled. I'm like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Give me some space here. Let me get my shit done. But yeah, and then I felt bad because, like I said, someone was like, yo, that's the champ. And I was like, let me address you with some more respect. I apologize.
Wait, is he the guy that when we were leaving, he kind of like fell down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were leaving okay.
Yeah. Shout
He
out
was
to him.
also the one.
Yeah.
Shout out to him too. Nobody else talked about this, but when Jaden won, that's his guy.
Yeah, that's his dude.
Avery, yeah, Jaden and them are really good friends. They train together. So when they announced Jaden, he fucking bum rushed into that ring
Yeah.
to the point where the security guard on the side.
Oh, it was a cop. It was a
or
full-blown
cop.
police
Yeah,
officer.
he's
Yeah.
tapping on the commissioner. He's like, hey, is he allowed? And the commissioner's like, what are you gonna do? That's the heavyweight.
Yeah.
You know,
He
what I
was
mean?
like-
It's
he said
please
he-
don't go in there
he
and
was like,
start
he can
shit.
do whatever he
yeah.
wants. And that's my thing. I'm like, if you're the heavyweight champ, you're the champ, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you're the champ. Like, that's
Pretty much.
dude. And is it?
I mean,
it's
until somebody proves differently.
not just like
like-
because he's big, but like maybe I think it's like the shaved head and like his goatee and stuff. He kind of looks like Andy Ruiz to me because he has the real short hair, like the buzz cut with the
Yeah.
top, and he's got the goatee. I was like, he looks like Andy Ruiz, just a heavyweight, just fucking throwing them hands, dude. He's a really cool dude. I can't wait to get him in. Like I said, he was pissing off the officials, and I was loving it.
Oh,
He
bro,
was
and
all
that's-
in the
he-
camera. He was like, "Come see us, 125, baby, come see us."
And I thought about that once or twice too, because I mean, everybody who knows me knows. But like, when I was in the ring getting pictures of people, I'm trying to hype people up. I want them to take good pictures,
Right.
be motivated. So I mean, I'm cussing a little bit. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking champ, hit it, boy.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like there was some people who were like, who is this guy? Cuss, you know.
Yeah.
And then fucking Avery got in there and was like, fucking 501. What? the
Dude, you talk about someone that you want on your team as your fucking.
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure.
you want him
As
on
a
your
hype, like-
as a hype man, and just in case something goes wrong. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
a good
right.
guy to have on your team, dude. And
Someone's
he's
like,
cool.
who's this? And you're like, Jake. Yeah.
We didn't get to sit down and talk to him like a whole lot, but
Mm-hmm.
in the shit that in the little bit that we did, he was a really cool dude. He seemed like a really cool ass guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think he'd
Yeah.
fit right in with us, dude. He's a really funny dude.
It's funny.
You know
This
what I mean?
and that. This is a testament for anybody that knows me. They'll be like, God damn. I don't think I met anybody that I didn't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a pretty hard thing for me. Like I can
Yeah, no,
usually pick at least
everybody
one person
involved.
where I'm like, that guy coughs weird. I don't
Like,
fucking
fuck
like
that
him.
guy.
Like
No, everybody was really nice.
What was your guys' favorite fight? I guess.
The girls.
mm,
Girls fight, I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Cody's. I really did. That was
Yeah.
a lot of action.
Man.
He came out. And I don't want to talk like this, like I'm a fucking fighter, but when I fight, I'm a big guy. I gotta end it fast. I don't
Yeah.
dance. I'm gonna come at you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna see how you respond. And that's Cody's style. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, he's gonna size you up real quick. You know what I mean?
The one thing that I know that we got a lot that was cool because you always hear fighters talk about game plans. When I talk to a lot of fighters, like I can't remember who, I'm gonna have to go back through the interviews, but one of the fighters was like, I don't have no game plan. He was like, he said, you got a game plan until someone punches you in the face.
the
You know
face,
what I
yeah,
mean?
Some Mike
exactly.
Tyson quote too.
Yeah. So I
Everyone-
knew it was something.
Everyone has a plan until you punch him in the nose.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't give a fuck who you are.
Yeah.
You get punched in the face,
dude.
you ain't thinking about your lunch no more.
You're
Like
leaning-
that, you know what I mean?
You're going back on your training
Mhm.
and everything that you fucking
You're-
muscle memory
and,
into yourself.
and shout out to someone who really knows what they're doing to try to keep a calm head. You go back on your training, and you go back to listening to your coach, who's yelling
Yeah.
through
Screaming.
the cage. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's just not everybody's gonna be able to think of that. You know, this that. You know, it's
Just
like
to-
even Dom Dom's coach. You know what I mean? He was on the dude's back, and his coach is he's knee him in the butt. Knee him in the butt. That stuff he can't block. I'm like, fuck, I'd never be
Yeah.
thinking about that.
I remember Don's coach yelling. He was like, "Knee him in the ribs one time for the love of God."
Oh, yeah,
please.
yeah.
Just one time. Like,
dude, it's so
Because he kept
funny.
telling him knee him in the ribs whenever he had him from the side guard. And
Gosh.
he like, was
Shout
not.
out to the coach at OTC. I cannot remember his name for the life of me because he's such a quiet guy. He was like not trying to be on camera. He's like real. He wasn't trying to talk to me a whole lot. You know what I mean? Which was no problem. He was a super nice guy.
Yeah,
he
no.
was totally cool with us coming in the gym. He was like, whatever you want to do is
We
it's
appreciate
fine with me.
that.
Yeah, big shout out to you, man. Absolutely. But he's such like a quiet
I
guy.
know.
So
everybody
it was-
likes being on
I
camera.
know
it was
I
so funny
heard
just
his
to
name
hear him
earlier.
like yelling and like screaming at the guys, and he was like, "Just do it." He's a really good coach, man. Obviously, he's a phenomenal coach.
Yeah,
Six
they did
or 5-0,
really good.
nobody lost. Like that's crazy. If Chauncey would have fought, he would have won, 100%. But yeah, just big shout out to them. It was a really cool fight. I think it was kind of cool because everyone on this card I think fought really, really hard. Like it wasn't really boring. So I definitely saw a couple times.
Well, and that's kind of been the thing, and everybody gives that, the pros, they have stuff to lose and this, that, and the other, but UFC's been fucking boring.
yeah,
Like,
here recently, yeah.
Connor sweated Cerrone in 40 seconds. I don't care if you like him, hate him, this, that, and the other. It should have, but he's looked
Well-
like shit this past couple of fights. But it's been boring. They came out and they fucking squad every time. They did, you know what I mean?
Every
Shout out
fight
to
was a
them.
good
Like I was
fight.
saying, it was
There's
just.
going to be some people going to Bellator.
I saw a couple
And,
people get punched, and you could tell they had never like. I saw a couple punches where like somebody really connected, and you could tell a couple of those guys were like they'd never been connected on like that. Like there's a couple people that were you could tell were like, oh shit, they'd like because. And that's the thing. He's like, you never know who you're stepping in the ring with, man. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Records don't
You can watch
mean
videos
shit,
and,
but
size up all day. You don't know until
records,
he puts
pictures.
hands on you.
That's what I was saying before a lot too. I was like, hey, you can post on Facebook and say what you want. I was like, but when you show up to that cage, bro, you don't know. They're
Yeah.
locking that door.
Well, I mean, like,
It's just you,
Max. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about you at all, but like, if you were to look at Max, you probably wouldn't be like, "Oh my god," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if Max fucking hits you, you know what I mean? You're gonna fucking know about it, son. Like,
yeah. You just gotta, like I said, it was really cool. It was interesting to see, you know what I mean, the dynamics of what was going on. You could see where the training was like the girls. You could see where their training was really paying off. They had such form boxing.
and I can't.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm terrible with names, so I can't remember each one of them. But the girl who
Hannah
ended up
Olsen was the blonde
winning-
girl, and Annette Nichols is the girl that won.
So Annette was fucking connecting with body kicks that
Oh,
you could
yeah.
hear in the fucking parking
Yeah,
lot.
bro, they were
Dude.
like,
Like-
bro,
The one thing, if anything, I wanted to shout out to Hannah Olsen. She's probably the toughest girl I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
dude.
She literally was just eating punches, and
And
it
their
never even
cardio-
affected her, bro.
Yeah.
She was still
No, exactly. Like
standing
those,
right there
those
throwing
kicks
hands,
that like
bro.
she connected bare ribs to
Yeah.
And
her.
it was like
and
slap.
stomped,
She just kept moving,
dunked,
bro.
And I
She
mean,
was
yeah,
tough.
that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that girl didn't hiccup. Like she,
Yeah.
I mean, boom. Like
It was insane.
bro,
It was insane.
I couldn't imagine fighting somebody for 25 minutes. 5 minutes. Even like
Yeah,
you get,
yeah, no,
even
no.
if you get a couple minutes
listen,
break
man,
every 5 minutes.
I was
bro.
doing photography, and the next day I was like, my
Oh.
my legs still hurt right now. I can still feel it when I'm walking around.
Let me
Nathan
tell
was like,
you-
"Could you imagine doing this professionally?" I was like, "I'd be fucking thinner." Like,
The one thing was though that like they were not like that's the first round was a little bit of wrestling, but like I think they kind of realized that neither one of them was gonna get the edge.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was pretty even on the ground. I think there was a little bit of striking, but dude, when they came back in for 4 or 5 or 2, 3, 4, 5,
and
yeah,
that's kind of what was in my headspace too. In this, like, if you look at the background, a lot of these fighters, a lot of them are like jiu-jitsu background. So I thought that there was going to be a little bit more wrestling and like kind of grappling around, but they stood it up. You know,
that's
I mean,
like Ashton he was talking about his background. He was like, I'm trying to be a boxer. You know?
and I'll say this,
Or not
so-
a boxer. He said he wanted to be a striker, but he's trying to be a well-rounded. You know what I mean? But
Well-rounded,
because really in MMA, striking is, if you don't have good striking, it's hard.
Well, and this is, and I'm not a professional. I'm also not an amateur either. But I will say, out of all of them, Baby Setterfield, what's his first name? I'm sorry, Aiden.
Yeah.
You could tell out of all, and this was his debut fight. Shout out to
16
you.
He's
years
16.
old.
He's
16 years
a
old.
hell of a
Absolutely.
fighter.
Fought a grown-ass man.
You
Fought
could
a grown
tell
man.
though he wanted to take it to the ground.
Yeah,
yeah.
for
He
sure.
wanted to take it to the ground. He couldn't take it to the ground, and he didn't stop his attempts. I think that's kind of what got him fucked up. Is he kept trying to take it, knowing that it wasn't gonna happen, and I mean he just didn't realize that, bro. You're just gonna have to stand up on this one. You know what I mean? Like,
When I went back to look at the fight, he had a lot better fight than I originally thought he did.
Yeah.
He did really good. He got some good shots.
Yeah,
in.
he did.
was. Shout out to him for being 16
Those-
years old. He had a
I
really
think-
close fight.
took a few hits to
I
the
think
back
he
of the
won.
head too.
I think
was
he
not
kind of
sure.
won that third round.
There was it was split decision, and a lot of people. I think even Ashton Kirby might have said that he was like I thought
When he won,
Yeah, he did
Was,
after-
he was
after
talking
Ashton.
to Aaron. Aaron's
Yeah.
the middle.
He said that.
Yeah, Anthony. He beat Anthony in his
Anthony.
title fight, and he was talking to Aaron and Aiden. He told like they all did really good, and he was like, and you won that fight deep down, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Everybody had phenomenal sportsmanship.
For
he
sure.
was.
Everybody was super nice.
Who's the guy? Who was the kid with the tribal tattoos?
Tyler Stewart.
The big tall white guy.
Tall, yeah,
Tyler
yeah,
Stewart,
yeah. I liked him a lot too.
They
I
all
mean,
had tattoos.
when he, well, yeah, but
Except
you
for
know
Jose
what
Mercado.
You know what
He
I'm
didn't
talking
have
about,
them.
though.
Yeah.
He got down on the ground with his
Yeah.
opponent, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like he
With,
sat there with him for a second and talked to him.
the
He
Super
was
Saiyan.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in his fight. Yeah, he was the one fighter that I was not mad about going to the ground because he was like really doing some shit when he went to the ground. Like, and I say that I won't say that about just him because I think all the fighters didn't really have like a lot of ground in their fights, but you know what I mean. When he went to the ground, you could just tell that like when he won with that triangle. That's I think the second time he's won with that. I saw another picture.
It looked really
Where-
good. He tried to get it
yeah.
earlier in the fight, and they ended up getting in like I think the same round, but a couple minutes later,
Yeah,
or a couple a minute or two later.
and just shout out to all the fighters, man, for being
He's
super.
triangle.
And
super
like Ashton and I keep wanting to say Aaron Anthony. When Ashton and Anthony went at it, man. I mean, like when they took it to the ground a little bit, you could tell when they were tucking legs and stuff. They were trying to do holds that like me and Nathan didn't even learn about until that day.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, what the fuck was he going for on that? And they were like, let me learn you some shit.
Yeah,
like
they were
Was
like,
it called a
let me tell
buggy
you.
choke?
yeah,
Buggy
the
choke.
buggy choke. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought he was gonna get Ashton,
Which
on that
apparently
for a
is
second.
lethal.
Dude,
You know,
yeah.
if you do it right.
There's a moment, like I said, I'm not no down to Ashton, but I think there was a moment where like I zoomed in on him when he was in that position, and I think Ashton
You
kind of,
see it?
I think he like opened his eyes and was kind of like, all right, yeah, I should probably get up out of here. He
Yeah.
kind of knows what he's doing.
And they were
'Cause they're-
so on top of each other when that hand comes out to
Yeah.
grasp the leg. You're literally looking at it. You're like, whose fucking hand is that, and whose
Yeah.
leg is like what?
Yeah.
You're like, what is happening here?
It's yeah. For a minute there, I didn't even really understand what was going on. I was-
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, it was.
I think shortly after they
But-
stood back up after that, he caught him with that.
Shout out to the Sutterfields. Though. They own a jiu-jitsu gym, so those guys are very like I said.
And they
they're
all
very
they all
well
did
versed.
really good. And
Yeah.
I think even those brothers, they went 1 and 2, but they all had very good fights.
Yeah, they all.
And
had-
they all were like one was 16, fighting a 19-year-old. It was his first fight ever.
which you could argue. Like I said, a lot of people say you could argue that fight. You know what I mean?
And-
Because it just depends how it's judged.
I
you know what mean?
think that Dawson won the first round, and I think that Aiden won the last round, the
Oh,
third
yeah.
round.
I got a clip where he like had him by the side of the head and was like punching him a couple times, and I was like, "Damn, this kid Aiden." I was like, he knows how to strike. You can just tell he was. It was his first, cage fight, so he was. He
Well, I
didn't
know
really
exactly
know what
the
to
moment
expect.
that you're talking about. It's he's down, and again he wants to take it to the ground,
Yeah,
and Aiden got a good punch on him, and you could see the lights go on in his head where he just got mad. He was like, "Oh, well, fucking!" Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he got back. He was like,
Yeah.
"All right, if you don't want to go to the ground, then this is how you know."
And he
So,
hit him like 3 times.
Yeah,
and like I
he
said, I
did.
don't
you could
think
see the lights go on in his head. Where he
hadn't-
was like, "Motherfucker!"
he
Like,
hadn't really connected. So when he connected, Dawson was kind of like, "Oh shit!" And then he caught a couple more, and then he finally got out of it. It was like shout
Yeah.
out to both of them, dude, because it
It was
was
a
both their
great
debuts.
fight.
They both had really good fights. Dawson's striking was really really good.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. He had really foreign boxing. He
Shout
was a
out to
really good
Dawson.
fighter.
He can shit talk in the weigh-ins, bro.
Oh,
I like,
dude,
way to
yeah.
market yourself, son. Like,
I loved it. It was hilarious.
But and Anthony had Ashton has a lot of accolades, and he's
Yeah.
highly ranked and highly touted, and it wouldn't be crazy to see him in the UFC in the next 3 to 5
Yeah.
years.
Before it just sounds like we're talking down on Anthony Sutterfield.
No,
we're
I'm
definitely
saying
not.
Anthony
No,
had
no,
a
no, no.
great
He was
fucking
before
fight.
this fight. He was 3-0. He had never made it. He still never made
You
it. to
kind
the
of just
second,
shit
you know
on
what
my
I mean?
whole point there. I wasn't talking
And
shit.
Yeah,
on
no,
him.
no.
And,
I know what you're saying.
like-
I just didn't want it to sound like we hadn't given Anthony
No,
any
no,
credit
he
in this
had and
podcast.
that's like we said, he had Ashton in a really fucking tough
No,
spot.
and
I
he's-
thought he was going to
he
win
was
that
fighting.
fight.
he's focused
They were-
and he's determined. Like he had a thing where we went
He
up
was
to him
undefeated. He
we-
was fighting for the title.
It was a great
and I
fucking
respect the
fight.
shit out of this. He has a thing where like we went up to him before the fight and was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, can we get some pictures with you?" And he was like, "I feel like it brings bad karma on me.
Yeah.
I'll get with you guys after the fight, blah blah blah." And I don't know how Nathan felt. Not in a bad way, but I was like, okay, maybe he's just kind of blowing us off and he doesn't want to be on camera at all. But everyone that we talked to was like, he's a different person after the fight. Right now, he's just focused. He's
And-
ready to go.
Yeah,
his
I chopped
business.
it up and I totally believe, because like I told everybody, I was like, man, this is totally volunteer. You guys don't have to. I
No,
appreciate your
and
time.
we won't take offense to it if you know.
Chauncey kind of broke it down to me when he was like, man, I'm just not the same person right now. I'm not eating. I'm cutting weight. I'm training. I'm getting ready to go to war kind of thing. So, like I said, I ran into Chauncey at Walmart the other day, or just, I think it was today or yesterday. And he was like a totally different person. You know what I mean? I saw him smile for the first time the other day. He was definitely.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's like, how long did he say he hadn't eaten?
Yes, I think when I talked to him, he was like, "I'm not eating right." I think he said 2 days when I talked to
Yeah,
him.
bro. We tried to go 12 hours without eating before doing a 10-pound burrito challenge, and we couldn't even do that. I couldn't imagine not going eating for 2 days.
It might not have been
Try
him.
to talk to me.
It might not have been him, but I know for sure he was cut. It might have been him that was 2 days, but I'm positive he wasn't eating and he was cutting weight. So I know if he was eating, he wasn't eating anything like
No, yeah.
But I think he wasn't eating. So yeah, I totally got it. And you know what I'm saying? I was saying all the time, like that mindset to where you have to lock yourself in a cage with somebody and no one's leaving until somebody wins. That's a crazy concept to wrap your head around.
Absolutely.
But we're running a little long. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you guys haven't checked out the Ashton Kirby podcast, go check it out. If you haven't checked out the PF4 highlights, check it out. Cody Beck interview, everything, man. Just go check out our
Do
YouTube
us
page.
a
Show some
view and
love.
scroll down our feed and just give us a view on
The Backwoods interviews as
everything.
well. Backwoods interviews.
To be real, if they're seeing this, they're already on YouTube. So,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. Anything else you guys want to add before I hop off?
No.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for all your time and all the support. Most definitely, this wouldn't be possible without you guys. Any questions, comments, or feedback? You guys just hit us up and let us know.
Sure.
Thank you guys.
Peace.